The single most important thing you can do to properly insure your Massachusetts condo is understand what your association's master policy covers. Because what they cover determines what you need to cover yourself. And here is the problem. Most condo owners have never read their master policy, and they assume things are covered that are not. I'm Carlos Vargas from Vargas & Vargas Insurance, and today I'm going to explain the three main types of master policies and what each means for your coverage. Condo master policies generally fall into three categories based on what building components they cover. Bare walls coverage is the most limited. It covers only the basic structure, the exterior walls, the roof, the flooring, the ceilings as structural elements. Everything inside the unit, drywall, paint, flooring, cabinets, fixtures, appliances, is your responsibility. Walls-in coverage, sometimes called single entity coverage, covers the basic structure plus the original interior components as they were built. The original drywall, original flooring, original cabinets and fixtures. But any upgrades or improvements you have made is your responsibility. All-in coverage is the most comprehensive. It covers the structure plus all the interior components, including the unit owner's improvements and betterments. Even your kitchen renovation is covered under this master policy. But the terminology varies, and some policies use different names. What matters is understanding exactly what your specific master policy covers. Step 1. Get a copy of your condo association's master policies declarations page. This shows the coverage types and limits. You can request it from your property manager or your board of trustees. Step 2. Review your condo documents, specifically the master deed and bylaws. These documents define what the association is responsible for insuring versus what the unit owners are responsible for. In Massachusetts, these documents are recorded with the Registry of Deeds and should have been provided to you when you purchased your unit. Step 3. Look for specific language about insurance responsibilities. The document should spell out whether the association insures to the studs, to the original specifications, or to the current conditions including improvements. But here's something that most people don't realize. The condo documents might require certain coverage, but that doesn't mean that the association actually can get it. If there's been a lot of claims, the insurance companies may simply say no. So, what's required on paper and what's available in the real world don't always match. Step 4. If you are unsure, ask. Contact your property manager, your board of trustees, and ask specifically, does the condo master policy cover my interior walls, my flooring, my cabinets, my fixtures, my improvements? Don't assume. The difference between bare walls and all-in coverage could mean tens of thousands of dollars in coverage gaps. And if your association has bare walls coverage, this is more common in older Massachusetts conversions. You need significant dwelling coverage on your HO6 policy. You need to cover everything inside the unit: drywall, insulation, paint, flooring, cabinets, countertops, built-in appliances, fixtures, bathroom components, and the interior walls. Everything. Calculate what it would cost to completely rebuild the interior of your unit from the studs. In Massachusetts, with current construction costs, that could easily be $100,000, $200,000 or more depending on the size and quality of your unit. A bare well scenario requires the most coverage on your individual policy. Your HO6 dwelling coverage needs to be high enough to rebuild your entire interior. If your association has walls-in coverage, the original built-out is covered by the master policy. Your HO6 needs to cover your improvements and betterments above the original condition. Think about what changes you have made since the condo was built or since you bought it. New kitchen cabinets, new bathrooms, new hardwood floors, replacing the original carpet, upgraded fixtures and appliances. In Massachusetts, many condo owners have made significant upgrades. That South End condo might have $50,000 or more in kitchen bathroom renovations. That Dorchester conversion might have new flooring throughout and completely remodeled bathroom, and up to what you invested in improvements. This is roughly what your HO6 dwelling coverage needs to reflect beyond the basic coverage. Also consider original components that are now more expensive to replace. Even if the master policy covers original cabinets, if those cabinets would cost more to replace today than when the building was built, there could be a gap. Even with all-in coverage on the master policy, you still need an HO6 policy. You need personal property coverage for your belongings, furniture, electronics, clothing, and everything you own. You need liability coverage for injuries in and outside of your unit and damage that you cause to others. You need loss of use coverage if your unit becomes uninhabitable, and you need loss assessment coverage for your share of the master policy deductibles and assessments. All-in coverage reduces your dwelling coverage needs on the HO6, but it does not eliminate that need for individual coverage. Here's another critical issue. What is the deductible on your master policy? If the building suffers a major loss and the master policy has a $50,000 deductible, the association has to come up with $50,000 before the insurance kicks in. That often gets gets assessed to each unit. If it's a 20-unit building, that's a $2,500 assessment. If it's a 10-unit building, that's a $5,000 assessment. If a small 4-unit building, that's a $12,500 assessment. Your loss assessment coverage on your HO6 is what helps pay for your share of that deductible. Make sure it's adequate. We will cover that in details in the next video. Understanding your condo master policy is essential to properly insuring your Massachusetts condo. Find out whether you have bare walls, walls-in coverage, or all-in coverage. Review your condo documents, ask your condo board or property manager if you are unsure. Then make sure your HO6 policy fills the gaps with adequate dwelling coverage for what the master policy does not cover. On my next video, I will do a deep dive on loss assessment coverage, one of the most important and most overlooked coverages for Massachusetts condo owners. I will link that video here, and if you would like us to review your condo coverage and help you understand your condo master policy's gaps, reach out to our team today for a free insurance review. All of the information is in the description of this video. I'm Carlos Vargas from Vargas & Vargas Insurance. Remember, stay informed, stay properly protected. Thank you for watching.